dad called just as I was setting the thing up. Oh, now I hear her in there talking. She's got to take a nap. She's going to take a nap. It's time. Anyhow, let me find it on here. Last night, I don't know why he did this. Dylan gets into the laundry basket, and then he couldn't get out. He was like wedged in it, so I had to flip the basket over. Poor Dylan. He's laying on the floor now. He's smartened up. Not going to get in that basket. Welcome, welcome. Okay, first person here is I love you for general. Perseverance pays off around a school or business opportunity. It also looks like balance comes back to your life. A Taurus comes in that may be of significance, and your intuition is heightened. Definitely listen to it. Happiness is coming out over your life, and you're stepping into a point in time where you have a little bit of easy good luck coming your way. Takira, general. Okay, you are no longer holding yourself back. It looks like you're making decisions that are in your best interest, and you're taking some time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may be going back to school or learning a new area of study. There's also opportunity for travel on the horizon, and the Empress, which is like love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan may make you feel relief. Cause for celebration comes in around hearing from someone that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. Not bad. Not bad. Tiffany, general. Tiffany, general. No longer feeling so stuck, especially if you've been feeling lately like you've got a creative block of some type. That moves into the past and your creativity starts to flow. You've got some success that's coming in around you, no longer holding yourself back. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. It also looks like you might be making a decision to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you, and a wish comes true. Lily, cards for next week. Could have a new business or job opportunity on the horizon. Anxiety is moving into the past, and success is on its way around finances. You may be feeling a little bit more financially stable, or you could have more money coming in next week. Looks like there may be a fire sign around that's of significance. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Moving on to greener pastures. Listening to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. You got money coming in. There's money coming in. Liz, general for this week. Okay, paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something makes you feel secure and safe. The weight of the world is moving off your shoulders, and you're starting to feel like there's a lot lighter energy around you. You can have some choices around social activities or social engagements this week. It also looks like things seem to change for the better for you quickly. You're no longer holding yourself back. Feeling successful, especially around finances. You may have an Aries around that could be of significance. That might be new energy that comes in. Liz, general for the week. Negativity is moving into the past, and cause for celebration comes in. Could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and feeling successful around that situation. No longer holding yourself back. But you'll have choices, especially around the weekend. Things could be busy around the weekend. You could have an Aries around and also a Virgo. Opportunity for travels coming in soon. Maybe not this week, but you may be planning for it or talking about it or researching it. feeling a little bit better compensated and better compensated or better appreciated at work. Depression. Will I get decent help for mission to move today? Yeah, you should get some help. 6 of Pentacles, yeah. Nikki, why did Emma H block me on Snapchat? A misunderstanding. I think that she either saw something that she misunderstood or she took the wrong way. I don't know. See, I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's everyone can see what you post or just she can see it. But I think she misunderstood something, felt like she was either treated unfairly or wasn't being respected. So that's why she blocked you. I don't think it's going to last long. I think she's going to unblock you. Lita, why did the Capricorn go public with the other girl and not me? I know he's a narc, but it still hurts. I feel I have no one to talk to about him. He's trying to contact me, and it's going to bring back. Yeah, okay. So I know how you feel because I've been in a situation like that before, right? And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, why am I a secret? I get it. It's not about you. It's obviously this person's a narc, so like a narcissist, it's all about them. So for whatever the reason is between the, like, he wasn't getting what he wanted from that other girl. Whatever it was wasn't working the way he wanted, so he had to take it a step further. The supply he was getting from you was already being met with you being a secret. And I don't know specifically what it is, but it does hurt. Yeah, I get it. Trust me, I get it. Yeah. See, so he's not getting, or he didn't get from that other girl what he got from you, which may be why they're not together anymore, or they won't be together, or why he's trying to come back to you. He's trying to contact you, right? The post-traumatic stress, I feel like it never goes away. It's always there, which is a shame that somebody has to endure that. But don't answer the phone. Do what you can to ignore him. Try to block it out of your head and just try to focus on more positive things. Let her be public with him. Let her have to deal with him. You know, you get to a point with these fucking narcissistic people where it's like, I'd rather let somebody else deal with you. You know, if that's what you're choosing, then that's what you get. Like, you reap what you sow. It does hurt, though. I totally understand. You know, it's just like the same kind of situation where, I don't know, if somebody does something shitty to you, and, you know, like everybody around you will say, well, it's his loss, or, well, so then let her have it, right? But it's still painful, because why does it have to be like that? Because people are not authentic. They're not authentic. And with this guy, especially if he's a narcissist true to name, it's all about what he can get and how he can portray himself to be. It's not real. It's like that's the thing about narcissism. Those narcissistic people are living a fake life. It's not really what's going on. So I can't understand. I used to have this argument with one of my friends all the time. Like, how does it make you feel better to lie to people when you know yourself it's not true? Like, I don't know. Somebody was talking about, or I was talking with my friend, and she was saying about somebody was glorifying a relationship and their job when their relationship sucked and their job sucked, right? So how does it make you feel better to lie to people? I don't understand how that works. It's like, I know the truth. So what if I convince you of that my life is perfect? So that makes what? That makes it perfect? No. It's still a fake, phony life. It's like a cardboard cutout, right? Like, have a cardboard cutout. Or like, here's the perfect man. See, we're so happy. I'm so blessed. But this is fake. So I don't get it. But I guess that's what their life is about. So for whatever reason, she wasn't feeding him the lines that he needed, or she wasn't doing for him what she wanted him to do. So he had to take it a step further. It sucks. It sucks no matter how you cut the cake. Thing is that at the end of the day, he's never going to have a satisfying relationship. You don't have like everything is. It doesn't have the ability to feel. He's got the ability to manipulate, but it doesn't have the ability to feel. So he's not satisfied. So what is it? Nothing. It's nothing. And you'll have a real relationship, and you'll really be able to connect with somebody. And at that point, when your life has really moved on, you'll look back on it like, God, thank God that I'm not in that situation anymore. It just sucks when you have to go through it. It does. It sucks. Davy, upcoming love for the week. Okay, upcoming love for the week. You've got plenty of opportunity here. You got a Capricorn coming in, that may be new energy. Sagittarius is around. A Pisces is coming in. Might be making a decision to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you. You've got intuition here being heightened, and you have somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Whatever's going on this week, you're playing by your rules and nobody else's. It also looks like you could have an air sign around, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And you got some good karma coming back to you. You may be talking to a couple of people or keeping the lines of communication open, and you may be physically hanging out with somebody else. I don't think you're going to be physically seeing all these people. If you're still with that Sagittarius, you could be seeing Sagittarius if she's still around. Capricorn may be new energy that you're talking to. Pisces may also be new energy that you're talking to, and the same with this air sign. But you might be saying, you know what, let me see what's out there. And you got a lot of energy, so enjoy it, you know. See what's out there and how you feel. Auntie, has Sam changed his mind? Is he okay? I haven't heard from him. Has Sam changed his mind? No, you should hear from him. Out of the blue, quick communication comes in. I think he's okay, and I think you'll hear from him soon. Like maybe sometime today. Love always, love. It looks like you've got success coming in around a well-balanced relationship here with the Six of Pentacles. Excuse me, a well-balanced relationship that functions well. It could be with an Aquarius. It looks like somebody comes in and makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down, but you also have a Virgo here. Looks like it's new energy that's coming in. You're no longer holding yourself back, and you may also no longer be waiting for something that you feel isn't moving forward. You could be exploring new options. A lot of success coming in, or feeling like things are moving forward, at least like the energy, like I'm not waiting around. Like something is happening and I'm moving forward. Love always, next 48 hours. Next 48 hours, anxiety moves into the past. A wish comes true. You may have a new beginning or a new job opportunity. Communication may come in with somebody from out of the blue that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time, and the world is at your feet. Not a bad couple of days. New me. Are Mac's Facebook posts about Cash App deposits legitimate? If there are large sums of money, yeah. It looks like he has got a lot of money coming in. I don't know what he does for a living, but yeah, seems legit. Leo, general for September. If you're not in a relationship, you could have a new committed relationship on the horizon. If you are with someone, relationship looks good. Not with anyone, air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini comes in. The world is at your feet and communication looks good. Got some money coming in. A new journey on the horizon, and anxiety is moving into the past. Shonda, what does my spirit guides want me to know? Spirit cards. Spirit cards. Ten of Water. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. The Magician, Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources and the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Balance, Archangel Zadkiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Davy, General for the upcoming week. Maybe a busy week. You've got passion coming in. You have a Sagittarius around. It also looks like you may be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Your intuition is heightened. Cause for celebration comes in when you no longer hold yourself back. Money's coming in. Success is coming in around a business or job opportunity. Being guided by the divine could bring in an Aquarius. That could be a romantic connection. It also looks like you could be spending time by the water. You got water here. I don't know if you're taking a trip to water, by water, or around water. If that's not the case this week, then you just may be spending time at the water. There is a trip coming up around you, and it's slow and steady wins the race this week. I wouldn't rush into any decisions, but you got a lot of opportunity coming in. Looks like a pretty busy week. Lily, Love in September, single, Cancer. Love in September. Okay, you might be feeling undecided, but you know what? Your hard work that you've put out into the world when it comes to love is coming back to you. Could have another Cancer that comes in. You also could have an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo come in. Out of the clear blue sky, your love life could move forward. No longer feeling stuck. Stepping into your strength and your self-confidence helps push your love life ahead. You've got a new beginning on the horizon. I would say you got a new journey on the horizon too. Even if the relationship doesn't start in September, you should at least meet them in September or be talking to them in September. Could be another Cancer, possibly an earth sign. But at least things are starting, the energy's starting to move forward. Leo, a new roommate coming next week. Will it work out? Yeah, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll work. Maybe awkward in the beginning, but I think it'll work out. A. Hamilton, will I have an apartment the first 2 weeks of October? I think you will, yeah. Yeah, you seem to be a little bit more financially stable and a little bit more feeling grounded and stable in general come October. I mean, how does E feel after I pulled myself back from them? I don't feel good around them for many reasons. I don't know if it's me that's making things big or it actually, okay, let's see. They may have a little sharp energy about it. They also may feel a little bit betrayed that you decided to walk away from them, but that's too bad. They could be feeling a little bit stuck, but if this person doesn't make you feel good, or they screw up your energy, or you just don't sense a good vibe from them, stay away from them. You know, recently, I was around someone whose energy was just really, it was like nasty energy, right? And I remember feeling it, like I don't even want to go to like the location that they were at. Like I didn't even want to sit in the seat that they sat in, because I felt like I was going to absorb that. I know it sounds crazy, but I think there's something to it. Like try to protect yourself as much as you can from that shit. You know, it's okay, like sometimes, like if you're at school, or if it's somebody that you work with, or a family member that you can't like really distance yourself that much from, just try to like keep yourself protected at that time. Like just think like nothing penetrates my shield. Like I'm protected. Nothing can get in. But yeah, because you don't want to absorb that. Like it's not helpful. It's not going to help anything. Yeah, and then, right, somebody gets, but you know how I feel in those situations? I've always felt like this. I remember trying to explain it to one of my friends years ago, and I don't know that I did right. That's something here. I feel like in these situations where it feels like somebody else gets what you wanted, but I feel like to that person, it doesn't mean what it would have meant to you. So it's almost like it doesn't even matter, because they don't care the way you would have, if that makes sense. Like they get it and they don't even want it, or it's not even that important to them, and here it is, something that was so super important to me, and I couldn't have it for whatever reason. And in the moment feeling like, oh well, that person must be better than me, or what is it about that person that makes them like it just be easy for them? Like they don't have to, like they can just, things can just fall into place for them. And where I would feel like I struggled so hard with everything. But the thing is that we don't know the other side of it. I know it sucks. Where the heck am I here? I think I may be up to Libra Goddess. Cam's next actions towards me. Let's see. Communication should come in. Communication should come in, and maybe kind of slow and steady wins the race, but balance comes back to the situation and it should move forward. Llama. The cards for the first week of September. Okay, cards for the first week of September. Is there any love coming in? Yeah, perseverance pays off. Ambition pays off. An Aries comes in, but you're going to have choices. Somebody from your past returns. Keep in mind, someone from your past doesn't have to be an old lover or an ex-flame. Things around your love life change for the better for you quickly, and you should be entering a relationship that is, or a situation, even if it's not a relationship just yet, where it's well balanced. You get out of it what you put into it, and you feel like it functions really well. Any negativity around love is going to move into the past. You're also taking some time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, which serves you well. Auntie, do I have a spiritual gift I could work on? Yes, everyone's got spiritual gifts. Let's see. Yes, I would say Your sense of intuition is pretty strong. You could work with that. I think most people start with like just general intuition, like what am I feeling? How does this feel? I don't know if everyone's so in touch with it. I don't know that I was when I was younger. I think it took me a long time to like think about it. Like, I sometimes feel like with feelings, right, which I don't know. I think that I can't say this word. All right, you know, there's like clairaudient where you can hear, and then like clairvoyance is the sight. Clairsentient, I don't know if I'm probably not saying it right, is the feeling. I think that that comes more natural for most people first, because I don't know, I just think the other things we sort of second guess. But when it comes to feelings, I feel like you have to be careful, or I've at least had to be careful in the past with what am I feeling now, and is it not just an old feeling coming back to me? Like, all right, let's say with the dog, you know how he's been sick? When he started coughing the other day, and I had to take him, like, I'm like, should I make an appointment to the vet? I had to really like think, differentiate what is my intuition telling me about this situation versus an old situation from the past coming back to me. Like, am I afraid of what's going to happen to him because of what's happened to dogs in the past? Is that old fear coming back? Like the day that I had to put my Weimaraner to sleep. Is that how I'm feeling? And then I was like, no, I'm not feeling like that. I'm not scared. I don't think there's anything really wrong with him. Because like in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe, you know, maybe he's got cancer, maybe he's having a stroke. I had a dog that had a stroke once. So for me, it's like I have to really think about what is it that you're feeling versus what is it like an old situation that's coming back and reliving those emotions that might not be the feeling of this situation. So I don't know if that makes any sense. But I think that your sense of intuition, I think most people connect with first with the feeling. Like, I have this feeling, rather than I've heard this, or I saw this, or I had this premonition. Every once in a while, I will get images that sometimes will make me nervous, because they tend to be like I don't know if I'm imagining a situation, or if it's really something that's going to come, right? So I, like, sometimes I'm like, oh gee, I don't know if I just made that up in my head or if that's a real premonition. So sometimes, like, learning to like go into like, right, wait, how am I really feeling? Am I really feeling that there's something detrimentally wrong with Dylan and his life is in danger? No, I'm not really feeling like that. I do feel like he's aging. I definitely feel like that, but I don't feel like his life is in danger. So, like, yeah, I think that working with that, and like with every situation that comes up, work situations, friend situations, health situations. Like, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I'm scared to death of doctors. But how do I really feel? I don't really feel there's anything wrong with me. I mean, can my cholesterol be a little high? It's always been a little high. I mean, and I'm a vegetarian my entire life. But that's just my body. Maybe I just produce it, whatever. But do I really feel like there's something detrimentally wrong with me? No. Why am I nervous? I don't know. Old fears, I guess. So, like, differentiating between what's a real fear and what's a real intuition, sometimes I think can be a little difficult. Anyhow, that's what I would work on first. But go with whatever comes out. If you're having premonitions or you're hearing things, write them down, jot them down, because it may make sense at a later time. Anyhow, I think I may be up to Kalia for general, good and bad. General, it looks like you've got, somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down around business, job or business opportunity. You may be getting better compensated or better respected at work, and you may feel like the hard work you put in has come back to you. It also looks like you might be going back to school or learning a new area of study. Somebody from your past could be returning. Depending who this is, it could be good or bad. I don't know. You've got to see about that. Life is going to change for the better quickly, and you will have some choices. It does look like an old wound may resurface, and you may have to deal with that. That kind of sucks. But I mean, whatever, those old wounds constantly resurface throughout our lives and we have to deal with them. It also looks like the weight of the world is melting off your shoulders. You've got the ability to manifest new opportunities, and you've got the Page of Pentacles, which could be very good for either coming up with a new business idea, a new business plan, or being very focused on one. Mo, what is my current energy? Are you down there right now where that hurricane is? Somebody asked about the hurricane. I'm just wondering, if anyone is in that location, can you let us know how are you all right? What's going on down there? I mean, what they're saying here is that it's pretty bad. Your current energy seems a little bit low, like maybe kind of tired or sluggish, or maybe a little disappointed. However, that's going to change because perseverance prevails. That energy shifts. And ambition comes in, perseverance comes in, and negativity moves into the past. Love for September for Mo. Not bad. Feeling prepared and like you've made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Romance should heat up and a wish comes true. You got a couple of people around you. You have a Capricorn, you have an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You also have a Leo here. You may have choices and options. Somebody could come in out of the clear blue sky that you might click with, and that may be a Cancer. Like this could happen all of a sudden in September. September will not be a boring month. You'll have plenty of choices, and you'll be making plenty of choices, but you're calling the shots. You may be exploring your options in September, but it looks like a pretty good month. No finances for September. Finances for September, listen to your intuition. You're not holding yourself back, and you do have some money coming in. Listen to your intuition. Feeling successful and a little bit more financially stable. You might be making a decision to either save money, invest money, do something different around money. I don't know, watch what you're spending. Whatever it is, it's positive around money. Making a positive decision that brings in financial stability and success. It also looks like perseverance pays off around money. You could also have the opportunity to make more money. I don't know if it's work extra hours or do something on the side that may help with money. And it might only be temporary. It may not be forever. Like it could be, I don't know, babysitting the neighbor's cat for 2 weeks, whatever it is. But that could come up in September. Sepia General. You've got, you may have a new job opportunity that comes in, and that could make you feel prepared and like you've made it to the top of the mountain. It could come in fast, like it may be something that comes out of the blue fast. New job opportunity where you're feeling very ambitious and you're stepping into your own strength. You're also taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. That might be this week, like between now and next weekend, there may be opportunity to take some time for yourself. A Virgo enters that might be of significance. You could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. It also looks like life has come back into balance and things are starting to move forward for you. Sepia Love. Got a new journey on the horizon that may come in quick when you least expect it. No longer waiting for your ship to come in, but making things happen. The world is at your feet. Earth sign comes in that could be... have potential. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. It also looks like you've got long-term potential around your next relationship. Listen to your intuition. Got a new journey coming in. Things could be moving forward pretty quickly, and you're moving on to greener pastures. You do have some passion coming in. Miss J, does Dee still want to work on things with me? Well, it's like this person may say that they want to work on things, but they don't seem to be putting in a whole lot of effort. They're sort of showing that the world is against it. Or you may be feeling like nothing is, like they're saying one thing, but they're not really following through with their promises. I would say you got to go with this person's actions. If you're not seeing any changes, then I would kind of cut your losses, because this person doesn't seem like, they may say, yeah, we're working on things, but they're not really doing anything to improve the situation. Hannah, general for September. No longer holding yourself back, things move forward. Anxiety moves into the past and old wound heals. Capricorn enters. It also looks like you may be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care before a period where you're stepping into your ambition and things get really busy. Then all of a sudden things may get very busy. I'm going to say in the middle towards the end of September it should be busy. Got a Sagittarius entering too, that might be of significance. Sepia, me, and Jonathan. You have a wish around the situation. Communication may pick up all of a sudden out of the blue. You may be feeling a little bit more like you're not holding yourself back, or you're not waiting for your ship to come in, but now things are starting to move forward. It also looks like listen to your intuition when you deal with him. You could be hanging out together. You could be seeing each other very soon outside of, is this the guy you work with? If this is the guy you work with, it wouldn't be a work-related thing. It would be outside of work. Sepia, me, and Ivan. You could have a new journey on the horizon with him, with the Fool here, and it may even have long-term potential here. Feeling like you've got the world at your feet, you may feel like he's starting to either put more effort in or be a little bit more focused, or he may actually be pretty exciting. It's like he may come up with like fun, exciting things to do out of the blue, or things that you never would think of. He's got a little of adventurous streak that he may be showing. Communication with him picks up, and you have a wish around the situation. I like it. I like that one. Me and Ramel. Listen to your intuition. Although you may not be feeling like you're waiting for your ship to come in, you might feel like he is slow, stuck, and stagnant. But at some point, he should come in and make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and he shows you a little bit more respect. But you might feel like, I don't know, you may feel like that ship has sailed, or you may feel like he's got to work a little bit harder, because you've got other options that are coming in, and I don't think you're waiting around for that guy. But, I mean, that could happen. That happens all the time. All of a sudden, somebody's life moves forward, they're busy doing other things, and now this guy shows up again. So that's probably what's going to happen. Leo, tell me more about the coming relationship. Who and I don't know who, and I don't know where. You got to figure that out. That's part of your journey. I can't tell you who it is. I don't know, and I don't know where. I can tell you that the person will be very respectful. They'll put in a lot of effort. They'll be a happy person, someone who's pretty easy to get along with. They also seem to be either very hardworking or very driven and ambitious. They're a strong person who's very reliable and dependable. It would be a soulmate connection, and this person's also very creative. Cynthia, I just started practicing tarot. Will I be good at it? Okay, let's see. Yes, just keep practicing with it. When I first started, I used to read for anyone, anywhere that would let me. I used to take it to work, and I used to have my friends ask questions, and I would just practice as much as I could for anyone that would listen to me. Yeah, just keep working with it. You'll pick it up. Miss Rosie, what will the Tower moment be with the Libra? What will the Tower moment be with the Libra? Okay, there could be a couple of things. There is a Tower moment coming. There's no doubt about it. You may feel like you were treated unfairly by this person. You could feel like there is a long road ahead of you with this person. Something also may get revealed around this situation that needs to be dealt with the Fool in reverse. I don't know what it is, but it would be something that comes to light that needs to be dealt with before the relationship can move forward. Ultimately, it looks like you're walking away from this situation. You may be moving on to greener pastures. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know if this person's overstepping their boundaries or if you feel like they've taken advantage of you, but there's going to be issues that are going to come to light. And I think you guys are going to have an argument, and that's going to be the Tower moment. Cynthia, what do I need to do to accomplish my short goals I got on my bucket list? This is what I would say. Well, you're not holding yourself back, so that's good. You're taking charge of your life. You're putting your wants and needs first. I would say to accomplish small goals, take small steps. So like, you know how I always say, sometimes I get really overwhelmed with having to clean this house, and it's not even big, but I'm like, oh God, look at this place. Instead of looking at the goals as a whole, look at pieces of them. So like, instead of being like, oh man, this whole place is a mess, I'm exhausted, I'll say, okay, just go clean the bathroom. Just do one thing. Just find one thing, the easiest thing, and start there. Once you do one, it usually gets easier. Now the ball's in motion, and it's easier to do the next thing. So let's just say that you have a goal on your bucket list that you want to start kickboxing. You just got to make that appointment and go once. Once you do it once, either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. You're going to continue with it or you won't, but you will have done it. And that's like, it's easy, right? You want to learn a foreign language? You can learn that on your phone. Whatever it is, pick what's the least overwhelming. Because once you start accomplishing the smaller ones, the bigger ones will be easier. Auntie, if someone asks me something, is it better that I'm not thinking about the answer, or sometimes I just feel it and I have to say it, or I'm thinking, or I'm really concentrated, or I'm completely off? If someone asks me something, is it better if I'm not thinking about the answer? Yeah, I would say you don't have to think about it. That's what I would say. One time, this was a crazy story. I worked for this place. This woman, she had a really great idea. And it was like to open up like a holistic center that had all different kinds of healing modalities. And like there were different rooms. There was a yoga room, and then she had these two other rooms that she called Zen rooms. That there was Reiki people there. There was like an acupuncturist. But you had like, basically you called her to make an appointment, and she did all the scheduling. So these people didn't have to be there all the time. Only the yoga people had to be there. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But I was trying really hard to be supportive of the place. So every time she set up a workshop, I would go to the workshop. She did this one that was like, I think it was like 3 weeks in a row. And there was this woman, she was like an old school psychic. I don't know how old she was, but she was an older woman. And I forgot what her name was. But she was like New Age before there was New Age. Like she was awesome. Anyway, it was only me and this one other woman. We're the only two people that came to this workshop. Which was like really awkward, because it's like, now you're on. Like I couldn't say, no, I'm not going to participate in this, because I was the only one there. So I can't remember what the situation was, but we had to do reading on each other. And I was like, I don't know this woman from a hole in the wall. I don't have cards. I have nothing. I just have to. So the older woman, she said, just close your eyes and whatever comes to mind, whatever you see, you tell the other person what you see. And this was just, I don't know why. I have no idea why, but I kept seeing, when I shut my eyes, maple leaves. I don't know why. And I said that. I go, I don't know why I see maple leaves. So she said, she's like, when I retire, I plan on moving to Vermont. And she said that actually before she came, she was going to wear a necklace that had a maple leaf on it, but she took it off. She changed her outfit. And I was like, well, that's interesting, because maple leaves, like, where did I get that from? And I described this room that I kept seeing that had like, it was like a green and brown shag carpet. And she said, that's my living room. Now, I've never met her before. I literally was like, I'm just going to shut my eyes and whatever comes in, I'm going to say, because what else am I going to do? I mean, I have nothing to go on. She didn't even ask me a question where I could kind of feel it. And what she told me was that, she didn't tell me what, but she said that something really terrible happened to her daughter in that room. And she said that she was hoping that her daughter forgave her, or if she had been there, it wouldn't have happened. I don't know what the situation was, but it must have come up for a reason. And when I said it's like a green and brown shag carpet, like, I don't even think that that's popular these days. I mean, who has shag carpeting? I don't know. That's what I saw in the room. Anyhow, and what she said to me, and she said that she saw me going to water, and that I would be wearing she said a turquoise bathing suit. I did go to Mexico the following year on a yoga retreat, and the bathing suit I had was more of like a green, but I think it's pretty close. And I had nothing planned like that. And she was like, I keep seeing you at water or in water, and it's a real peaceful time, and I think that you have an aqua bathing suit. So it's like we all have the ability, right? But we don't, like, I guess we don't tap into it because nobody puts us on the spot. And I was like put on the spot. I was like, what am I going to say? I don't know this woman. Like, there was not even a question. Or like, sometimes with a question you can kind of sense it. But I had nothing to go on. It was like, okay, just shut your eyes and tell her what you see. And I was like, I see maple leaves. And Vermont, like, I feel like most people retire to the south where it's warm, but she was going up north. I don't know, that's what came up. So I would say, don't overthink it. Just shut your eyes and see what comes up. And if it does, like, it might not make any sense, like maple leaves, that's why I always tell people to write it down or to keep a journal, because it may not make any sense now, but at some point down the road, it may be like, okay, now it makes sense. Like, I'm standing in front of, I don't know, what's that Canadian team with the maple leaves that plays hockey? I don't know their name, but I'm at their hockey game at the same time that I meet, I don't know, somebody who pays me $1 million to do yoga, whatever. It's like, it might make sense later on. Okay, the maple leaves showed up when, so now that makes sense. Or you're looking out for maple leaves, or maybe so anyway, shut up, Danny. Enough. Shut your eyes and see what comes up. Don't overthink it. You can overthink it later on, right? This is what comes up, and then later on think, well, gee, I wonder what that meant or how it ties in together, because sometimes that happens. It comes later. But in the moment, I would go with just how you're feeling. And general for the next 2 weeks. General for the next 2 weeks. You got choices coming in. You also might have travel to water, by water, or around water. That could come up. You've got romance heating up. If you're with somebody, great. If you're not, you have the ability to manifest a new opportunity around love. If you are with someone, you still have the ability to manifest new opportunities. It just doesn't have to be around love. It could be anything. No longer feeling stuck. Anxiety moves into the past. Maybe working very hard on something, or you could be very busy at work. Anxiety is moving into the past, and you might be feeling like the energy around you is starting to shift and a little bit more relaxed. Even though you're working hard and you may be busy, you just may be like relaxed about it. You're paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Maybe that's why you feel relaxed. Or you put money aside for something and that makes you feel relaxed. Next 2 weeks should be pretty productive. John, career for September. Career for September. Cause for celebration comes in when you don't hold yourself back. An Aries could come in that's of significance. Things could change for the better for you quickly. Things may move forward fast, and anxiety around work or career is moving into the past. You also may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something, or getting money together for something. TE, what does a Gemini wish to say to me but feels that they can't? They may be a little bit overwhelmed with life. They could feel like they're in a stuck or in a slow down, or they may be feeling unprepared for life itself. They could be feeling a little bit burdened. They also may be feeling a little bit out of balance, and they could feel as if they have a long road ahead of them, and they just can't seem to get things moving. Oriella, what does Timothy thought when he saw me in Walmart? Oh, he was happy to see you. Look, he thought it was divine timing that you guys ran into one another, and it was. He may have been like, oh, that was a pleasant surprise. He seems to have a lot of respect for you, and he may come in at some point and make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. It seems like he was happy to see you. Thought that it was like like divine timing. He might not use that term, but he may feel like, oh, what a coincidence, or a happy surprise. Mo, stay safe, and just let us know every now and again that you're okay. I think that you're going to be fine, though, but just so that we know. I don't know who else is down in that neck of the woods. My dad lives in Florida, and every time they have a hurricane there, like, they tell him he's got to evacuate. He's like, my house is storm doors and whatever. And I'm like, I don't care. Can you just leave? He don't listen. But most of the time, it's not nearly as bad as they predict, which thank God. But the last time, do you know what happened the last time? I think it was about 4 years ago. Somehow a rat came through the drain, and it came out through the toilet. So he was in the bathroom, and meanwhile the cat could care less. It didn't bother the cat. So and meanwhile they could get out. I think they could get under some tight places. He shut the door and he wouldn't use that bathroom, and he put like a towel so it couldn't get out, but he had to wait until he could get like a trap for it after the hurricane. So that was the big deal in that storm, even though I was like, can't you just leave? He didn't want to leave. Anyhow, he's like, no, they always predict it to be much worse than it is. And I'm like, yeah, but why do we have to take chances? I always feel like I would rather be overly cautious than not cautious enough, right? Like, what's the worst that happens if I'm too well prepared, right? But I know they do that here with us with the snow sometimes. Sun. What does Peggy from work think of me? What does Peggy from work think of me? Seems to think that you're very intelligent and has a lot of respect for you. May also think that you're very successful, that you're a kind, caring person who's very compassionate and patient. May also think that you're pretty good with communication, or you have good communication skills. I would say that this person thinks pretty highly of you. No. Will SR pay me the money that he owes me? Will SR pay me the money that he owes me? I think so, yeah. Yeah. There you go. There's the money coming in. I think he's got every intention to pay you. I don't know, maybe he just doesn't have the money yet, or he doesn't have it all yet. But yeah, he's going to pay you. Charlie, the cards for work in the next week. Things should move forward for you pretty quickly. Negativity moves into the past. Looks like you're feeling prepared. Capricorn comes in. Looks like you may be feeling a little bit more financially stable. It looks like you're stepping into your own strength. You have a wish, put it out into the universe, and a new beginning. New beginning with the Pentacles is usually around business or work, but it could really be a new beginning is on the horizon. Myogram, journal for the next 7 days. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, like life is moving forward. You could be spending time with the water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Romance may be heating up. It also looks like the love cup is full and you got money coming in, and also a little bit of passion. It should be a good week. Looks like a pretty good week. Enjoy that. Julie, what would C say to me if he would open up? Well, I think that he would tell you that he's got a fear of being hurt, and I don't think he would like to admit that. But I think that he's afraid of a tower moment. I think that he runs away when things get like too emotional for him. If he feels like he's going to get hurt or he could get hurt, I think he would tell you that. And I think that he would also tell you that he's got a lot of respect for you, thinks that you're very successful, thinks that you're fun and exciting, spontaneous, but he may feel like there's a long road ahead of him, or like he just can't get it together. I don't know if he really realizes exactly how, I don't think he's afraid of commitment. I think he's afraid of being hurt. And I don't know if he's even conscious of how afraid he is, because, yeah, he seems to like, it's like he self-sabotages himself. It's like like, for example, last night, he knew that not calling you or letting you know wasn't the right thing to do, but it was like he was putting it off, like, I'll get there, or I'll do it, you know. And it's like, but he knew, like, it's such a stupid, simple thing to do to save such a big problem. Just call somebody and say, hey, listen, I can't make it, right? How easy is that? But yet it was very difficult for him, and that's why he didn't do it. And in the meantime, it caused him, for you to get mad at him, for you to call him out on it, when the whole situation could have been avoided. I mean, how stupid, right? How stupid. But I don't know if consciously he knows that, but he is scared to death of being hurt, or being embarrassed, or being played as a fool. I think he's been through that before, that's why. But I mean, who hasn't? I mean, I think we've all been there. More times than we care to admit. I have to say that I am genuinely a little bit worried about the Aquarius, because I have not heard from him. I reached out to his birthday was in February. No response. And then I reached out to him one other time and still no response. And now I'm worried that maybe something could be really wrong with him, because he's an essential worker. He always has been. He works with like people that need assistance. I don't know if it's adults. I think it may be adults. So he needs to be there, right? Like, he can't not go to work. He's got to go to work. Anyway, maybe I'll try to reach out to him one more time. Adriana, general for this week. It looks like for you, it may be a pretty busy week. Work could be busy. Like there's new beginnings around work, or there may be a new beginning that's coming in. Maybe the new beginning isn't around work, but there's a new beginning coming in. You've got a Virgo coming in. You've got, you do have time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, even though the week looks busy. The world is at your feet. You could run into or hear from somebody you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. Cause for celebration comes in before the end of the week, possibly around work. Could be working on a creative project. I don't know what you do as a job. I don't know if there's any creativity involved. If there's not, you may be doing something creative outside of work. It also looks like you've got the ability to manifest new opportunities, and you could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Should be a pretty busy week, like a lot going on. Julie, what will come about with Cyanide? I think the situation is going to improve. I think that there will be a new beginning that leads to cause for celebration, and things should start to move forward. But if they don't move forward fast enough, you have other energy coming in, and I don't think you're going to wait around for him. But, he's going to have the opportunity to straighten his ass out. If he doesn't, and somebody else comes in, you may not. I don't think you're going to wait around for something. I think that you'll explore other options. Oppression. I want to make sure I didn't miss it. I didn't miss it yet. I don't see it. And I don't see oppression yet, so let me do Aqua. Love reading for September. You got the love cup full, a wish comes true, and things change for the better quickly. If you're not with anyone right now, a fire sign could come in that's brand new energy. Leo, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It looks like you got some good karma coming back to your love life, and the Hangman is in reverse. Things are moving forward. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. I don't want to miss Prussian. John, love for September. Love cup is full. Could have new energy coming in that makes you feel like you're moving to greener pastures. And Aries enters. Things change for the better for you quickly. A wish comes true. Romance could heat up, and you might be heading towards the 10 cups being full in the month of September. Yeah. You also have a Libra coming in that might be a nice option, and an Aquarius around. Perseverance around love pays off. I don't see, I see Prussian super chat and I see the purple heart, but I don't see the question. Isn't that weird? UAF interviews this week. Could I say I was laid off? Could I say I was laid off? I wouldn't. I can't tell anyone to lie. You know why? Because what happens if they call and they want to verify? I know that, like, they're not allowed to say anything bad about you, but what happens if they ask, like, reason for, you know, like, why'd this person leave? And they say, well, she quit, or it was her choice, she left. I'd rather not see you get caught in a lie. I would just be honest. I know, I'm an honest asshole. And I had a friend in high school who used to call me an optimistic asshole. Like, you're an optimistic asshole. Anyway, as far as interviews, it does look like you have interviews this week that go well. Something could move forward pretty quickly, and you got money coming in. And there's opportunity here, new beginnings, new opportunities. You're not holding yourself back. New journeys on the horizon. I mean, if they were to ask you, I don't know. I've not interviewed in a long time. And all of the interviews that I went on, I didn't get. So I might not be the best person to give advice on this. But anyhow, like, what if you just said, you know, I was moving on to greener pastures. I wanted to take some time off for myself. I'm spending time interviewing now so that I can get the job that I want. I want it to be on my terms. Rather, that's why I decided to leave. You know, what do they know? That you may be a millionaire. You may be doing this for fun. You know, like, they don't need to know what your financial situation is. It was your decision to leave. It was your decision to leave. Julie, when will C come by? Sometime early September. It should be pretty soon. It's going to be odd. I'm trying to think of what you could say. I mean, if you said that you chose to leave because you wanted to focus on finding a better job, and you know you had money to get by, and you I don't know. Or what if you said that you had you chose to leave because you wanted to spend your time focusing on another job, you know, so that you could get the right job for you, and then you also had, like, I don't know, a babysitting job or a dog walking business or something, or you were helping somebody out with something, and that's where you were working for a friend part-time, and you could get by on that until you got something else. I'm not a big fan of lying, you know, like, yeah, lying like that is lying, right? But it's not going to get you caught, you know. It's not like you're going to say, well, they laid me off, and then they're going to call and they're going to say, no, she'd quit. You know, everything is, that guy Vinny that I work with at my job, he left. He went out on lunch. He never came back. The guy went down as a fucking legend. Can you imagine? Like, never raised his voice, never knew he was unhappy. Just like, okay, I'll see you in an hour. And he left and he never came back. That was it. We never saw him again. He wouldn't even answer the phone when we called. Like, I think they had to send somebody over to his house. He happened to live right behind the company, but he came for money, and he so working for him, it's not like he had rent to pay or anything like that. He lived with his parents. His parents had money, so he quit. You know, like, your happiness is worth more than that. I mean, you know, if you don't, it's one thing if you got to eat shit because it's the only way to get by, but if you don't need to, like, I don't see why you wouldn't quit. You know, unless you're like me and you have a hard time and you feel bad about things, which is really stupid because nobody feels bad about me, right? Anyway. And what does feeling bad do for anyone? Nothing. Adriana, what's next between Sergio and I? Do you have plans to see each other soon? Looks like things could move forward. You may be seeing one another soon. Communication could pick up, and you may feel as if the hard work that you put into the situation has come back. Situation is feeling a little bit more balanced. Bianca, will the Sagittarius, Beatrice, send a message? Okay, let's see. Yes, she should send a message. Will we see each other? There was a mess. We stopped talking for 2 days. I think you got a new beginning on the horizon here with her that could be quite passionate. And you've got here the ability to manifest a better situation ahead of you. I think you're going to see each other. Yeah, I don't think that this is going to last long. I think you're going to hear from her. Sorry. If I text Aaron immediately, would he want to? Oh, intimately. Yes. Yeah, I don't think he'll turn it down. Oh, UAF, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. Like I made a decision to leave. Yeah, that sounds good. That's also true too, Mel. There's no room for professional growth. I finished my projects and that was all that was available. TVET journal for the week ahead. You've got a couple of nice things happening. First of all, the weight of the world is slipping off your shoulders. The energy around you is starting to lighten. Feeling prepared and life starts to move forward. Your intuition is heightened. There may be a Leo around, a Sagittarius around, a Capricorn, and a Virgo all around this week. An old wound is starting to heal and move into the past, and money looks good. You may also be feeling very rested and relaxed this week. Maybe a good week emotionally, like mentally, too. Oh my God, he was a legend. Me and my one friend were out for a run one time on lunch, and he was driving down the street. I'm not kidding. My friend, he jumped out in front of the car. He was like, "Stop, stop, you got to stop." So Vinny stopped. And Mike said to him, "Listen, you have to know that you're a legend in this place." Everybody wishes that they could do what you did. Question, how will confronting the client go? Dependent issues. Okay, how will confronting the client go? I think it goes well for you. I think that you're gonna see an improvement. The improvement may not last forever. They may kind of go back to their old ways at some point, but initially it's like they make a decision to treat you with a little bit more respect. It looks like they value you. They don't want to lose you, even though they could be like a grouch or a grump or maybe very nasty at times in plain English. They're going to listen to you. Go with your gut. Go with your intuition. The situation seems to improve. The negativity moves into the past. T. Yvette Leonard and I. May have a new beginning. Things could change for the better for you quickly, and anxiety around the situation moves into the past when a wish comes true. The hard work you put into this situation can come back to you, and the relationship may be a little bit more balanced. Things should be improving. Glitter Bee, how does my husband feel about me and our marriage? What's next? Because he feels very distant. Okay. The relationship does need work, but it looks like neither one of you are holding back. He should make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and things should be improving or moving forward. I would say you're going through a really bad spot right now, but if you both make a decision to work on this relationship, there is potential to save it, for happiness to come back out, and for a wish to come true, but you both have to be on the same page. If you've been feeling a little bit worried or a little bit burdened, try to let that go and don't focus on the negative so much. Focus on more of the positive. I would give him a little bit of space. If he's feeling a little distant, let him be a little distant. Let him have his space, and then let's see what happens. That shit should pass, and then you can kind of start talking about working on the relationship. Because if you, both of you are on the same page, there's a lot of potential for this marriage to be successful. Kiara, will I get the post thing? Will I get the post thing? I don't think so. I don't know what it is that you're talking about, but I'm only getting a 33% chance of yes. Seems to be the situation is stuck and there's a little bit of burden around the situation. UAF, CE job moving forward. Should I just forget it? Okay, should I just forget it? Well, you got opportunity here. You got 2 aces and the 4 of pentacles. There should be opportunity around that place. I wouldn't give up on it yet. I would still explore other options, go on your other interviews, and I would still, you know, continue to, like, I would keep your plan of moving forward. But I think that you may still hear something from this place. 2 aces and the 4 of pentacles, you should hear something. He does want to open up because he found that you were talking to your ex. Okay, all right, so you got to give him space. If he doesn't want to open up, let him sulk. Let him do what he's got to do. Like, you can't force somebody to change the way that they feel. And if he's lost trust in you, you can't make him get that back. It has to come back in its own time. And it's going to be his decision whether or not he forgives you. But it does look like there's potential to fix this situation. You can't force it though. So if he's not trying, you just have to let him not try. Just give him the space that he needs. At some point, you might have to make a decision as to whether or not you want to continue. You know, like, you have to think to yourself, what were you doing with the ex's number? Like, I talk to my exes every now and again, but it's every now and again, and it's not something that's threatening. You know, like I was saying before, I don't know if you were here, the Aquarius I haven't spoken to, reached out to him for his birthday in February. I haven't heard from him. So that's a long time ago. So that's how infrequently we talk. But it's really a question for you. Like, what were you doing with the ex? Because if you were exploring other options, then how do you really feel about this situation? Because you're putting it on him, right? Like, he's not working. He doesn't want to work on the relationship because he's mad at me. But there has to be a reason why you were reaching out to the ex in the first place. This is what I see sometimes with people, and this is just general. It may not apply to you. What I see a lot is, like, it's usually a woman that wants really badly to be with, let's just say, Joe. And meanwhile, she really, really, really wants to be with Joe. And for whatever reason, it's not happening. She may be with somebody else. Or there may be somebody else that she's kind of like, is kind of keeping, you know, like on the, waiting in the wings, right? And she may hang out with the other guy, right? She may be with the other guy. She may be in a relationship with the other guy. She could be married to the other guy, whatever the situation is, but she really wants to be with Joe. And then what happens is, finally, Joe gives her the attention that she wants. She moves forward with Joe. And then that's not what it was cracked up to be. And now she's thinking about the last guy. Well, what about him? What about him? It's like, we just spent the last year talking about how badly you want Joe. Now you have Joe, and now you don't want him anymore. Everything about him irritates you, and you want to go back to the first guy. I see it happen all the time, and I don't know why, but for some reason it seems to be more so with women than with men. That, like, they want, this is the one for me, there's nobody else, it's got to be him, and then they get him, and they're like, I don't know about this, you know, what about this guy? And then that guy is either, now the situation is kind of reversed. I mean, I also see it happening the other way too sometimes, where the girl will wander, or the guy wanders off to somebody else, and then he comes back to the original girl. But it seems like with those situations, it's more of like an ego thing. Like, I want what I can't have until I can have it, and then once I have it, I don't want it anymore. It's like, okay, now I got it. And if, to me, those situations, although they could be very intense emotionally, are not so much about soul connections or about love, they're more about ego. I want what I want. I want you to be mine, and now that you're mine, I don't want you anymore. So now what about him? So if for you, if you really were having something to do with your ex, like, that's a question for you. You're putting it on him, but what were you doing with the ex in the first place? Because that may be where your answer is. Like, maybe you don't really want to be with this husband if you were still in contact with your ex. So, but that's for you to decide. Inez. Where is it? There it is. How will Ahmed respond if I contact him? Do you see him still thinking about me? Okay. He does still think about you. I think that if you contacted him, things could change for the better quickly. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't contact him. You could give it a shot. Julie, does C have any feelings for me, or is it like whatever? No, I think he has feelings for you. I think he has feelings for you. I think that the situation is out of balance. And I think he takes you for granted because he knows that you're there. You put so much effort into it. Reaching out for him, to him, trying to get him to come over. Like, you're actively working on cultivating something, so he kind of feels like he doesn't have to. He feels like you're there. And which is like, it kind of makes him take you for granted. If you sort of disappeared or you were hanging out with somebody else, I think he would notice. So the vet said I have to give him 2 pills in the morning and 1 pill at night. I gave him 2 pills this morning, and I put it in peanut butter. I thought he ate it, and then the peanut butter was on the floor. But I checked the peanut butter, and the 2 pills were in there. So I gave it to him, and you have to give it to him with food. I gave him some food, and he ate. And then he had, this is gross, but this is how much you know that I love my dog. He had some soy chicken nuggets, which I guess didn't sit right with him, because when we were out, he threw up. Now, you know, dogs sometimes throw up that, like, yellowish, bile-y stuff. Well, I mean, it was about an hour after he'd taken the pills, and I'm like, did he throw up those pills? So there I am with plastic bags on my hands going through it to make sure those pills weren't in there. I think that he digested the pills. I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this, but he's my boy, so I'll go through your throw up to find you medicine. Gross, I know. Anyway, UAF, why did I dream of PF after so long? Okay, let's see. You know why? I think in this situation, I think that you may run into them, or you may hear from them, or you might hear something about them. If this is somebody who you're not currently, stressing out over, it's just like you haven't seen or spoken to them in quite some time, and all of a sudden they pop into a dream, that can be that either you're kind of on the same wavelength, or you're going to cross paths in some way. Either you run into them, you hear from them, or you may hear something about them. There's communication that comes in, or a message that comes in. Emily, when will I roughly hear from the job I applied to? Maybe within the next 2 weeks. Sometime between now and 2 weeks from now, you should hear from them. Maybe within the next 5 days. Maybe before the end of this week. What's today? Today is Sunday. Maybe by the end of the week. End of the week, beginning of next. Kiara, how does Sarah S. feel towards me because of Miriam? All right, I don't know what the situation is, but she She doesn't seem to hold any sour feelings for you. There's like good karma or like good well wishes and good energy around the situation. She seems to think that you're a happy person. She may also think that you're very stable. She may think that, I don't know how well she knows you. She might not know you that well, or she may not. It's like she seems nice. So she doesn't have any like animosity towards you. It seems like she feels like you're happy, kind-hearted, sincere, stable, and there's good energy around it. Linus, time frame on I will meet the person LTR. Okay, when will I meet LTR? Could be within 5 to 6 weeks. This is sort of a broad range because the spades would be this fall, but the diamonds would be this winter. So I'm going to say maybe before the end of the year. I don't know how easy it is for you to meet this person. Like if you're in the same town and it's very easy for you to get to one another, I'm going to say within the next 5 or 6 weeks. If this is like a long distance, then it might take a little bit longer. It may take to the end of the year. Here. Nav, love for the upcoming week. Cause for celebration comes in around a little bit of good luck. You may have decided to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you. And with that, a new journey could come in that's very well balanced. You get a lot out of it and could be very successful. It should be a good week around love. You have a Leo here. You also have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer coming in or around. Pink doll, what does the future hold for me in Pascal? Am I saying that right? Probably not. I would say you should be feeling as if you've made it to the top of the mountain. Things may move forward. I don't see a commitment coming in right now, but any negativity has moved into the past. Communication seems to pick up, and things seem to be getting unstuck and moving forward. So things should be improving, at the very least. Anonymous, what's next for me in Jade and Sagittarius? Balance should come back into the situation, a new beginning, and the relationship should strengthen. Should be moving forward. Jay, when could I see Brianna? I think that's what it said. When can I see Brianna again? Within the next 5 days, you should see her. Or sometime this week. Mihak, general for hubby. Maybe feeling a little bit burdened or weighed down, but that energy should shift pretty quickly as we move into September. The hard work he puts into career comes back to him. Growth, change, and transformation comes in through divine timing around a business opportunity that should be bringing in some decent money. Coco, how is she feeling towards me? How is she feeling towards me? It seems like she may be feeling as if she put in a whole lot of hard work and she didn't see much of a payoff. I don't know what that's about. She thinks that you're kind, caring, sincere, thinks there's lots of room for growth, change, and transformation, and thinks that the two of you have a nice connection. She thinks that you're intelligent, attractive, and hardworking. You all right, baby? Want some water? Want me to get you some water? Let me go get him some water. You need water? What happened, my boy? I'm stuck. Jesus. You need some are my babies? Alessandra, why is Francisco being distant? Did he lose feelings or what happened? I don't think he's lost feelings. I think he feels like there is room for growth, change, and transformation. And his energy should shift soon. It should start to lighten. You should see a difference in him. It seems like, I mean, he may be a little distant right now. He could be a little bit distracted, or he may have other stuff going on. I don't know if he's like with family and friends, or family or gathering or something here that could be going on this weekend. I think you see a change in him early next week where he's more, maybe more communication comes in. I don't know if you've been seeing each other in person, but there's a new journey on the horizon between the two of you. I'd give it a little bit of time. Kiara, how does Kirsten feel about me knowing that she likes Luca? The other day she told my arm really tight. How does Kirsten feel about me knowing that she likes Luca? I think it makes her feel stuck. I don't know what the situation is, but she feels stuck. She feels burdened. And she may feel like the timing around the situation is all wrong. I don't know what happened. Julie, that's the thing. If I start to hang out with someone else, such as a Libra, see me even get more distance or go on as how he was right all along. What do you see happening if I hang out with someone else? Well, you know what? I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's going to happen like that. What I think happens is if you spend time with somebody else, but you don't tell him, right? And your energy just shifts and you're kind of distant, like he's got to sense that energy shift. That's when he starts to put more effort in. Like you don't have to actively tell him, hey, I'm hanging out with somebody else. He'll just sense a change and feel like you're kind of disappearing. He won't know it's because somebody else. And then you may see him start to come forward a little bit. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't think, like, if you hang out with that Libra, I wouldn't tell him. I would just go hang out with him. And then let's see what happens. When your energy is with somebody else and he's not front and center in your mind, you'll get more out of him. It kind of brings the situation back into balance. But I understand what you're saying. See, he's threatened by R because he feels like there's something really between the two of you. If you were just hanging out or with somebody else or distracted in another way, I don't think it would be the same. Dylan, you all right? Come here. Let me see you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come over here. Come on. Come here. No? All right. Can we cut off the super chats because he's got to go OUT? Thank you. And I'll come back on tonight. Adriana, what's coming in for a love relationship? Cause for celebration comes in around a soulmate connection that functions really well. Could be with the Libra. Shh. I'll be right with you. Cause for celebration comes in. Also could be with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Success comes in around a long-term committed relationship that comes in out of the blue when you least expect it. Don, how does a Taurus feel about me? Taurus may be looking for a new beginning. Thinks that you're strong, intelligent, passionate, kind-hearted, attractive, sincere, grounded, stable, and loving. Anonymous, When can I get my car back? They said it should be, and then they told me on Thursday that, and it's Friday, so there will be a delay. When can I get my car back? I think it's going to take probably about 8 days. I wonder if it's 8 business days. So, I bet you get it back by the end of the week. Maybe early next week. I don't think it's going to take that long. Maybe like a week or, I'm going to say a week to 10 days you should have it back. Zara's not here, right? I think she's on vacation. Anyhow. Aries, love in a situation, okay. Well, the situation that you're in should be improving. The love cup is full, the world is at your feet, and it could be a soulmate connection. Listen to your intuition. I don't think it's going to move to a committed relationship right now, but there is potential for growth. I would just give it a little bit of time. It looks like things are improving for you. Empress, how my current application cycle this year will I receive acceptances? Yes, you should. You should have choices. There should be choices that come in. Mel, general. It looks like you've got things change for you for the better. A wish comes true. A water sign enters Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You may have some choices, especially around financial decisions, feeling like you're being better compensated at work or business and maybe even being better respected. You also have a little bit of good luck coming in. A Libra enters. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves you well. A wish comes true, and you could have a soulmate connection enter that may be brand new energy that makes you feel as if you've made it to the mountain. Listen to your intuition. It could be a water sign, that person. Sorry, next actions of Thomas K towards me. We didn't talk today. Okay. Communication should come in. I don't know how you talk, if it's through or in person, but communication comes in, and he may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Adriana, general. Got money coming in. Anxiety moving into the past, and your perseverance pays off. Balance comes back into life. You might be making a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And with that, your life grows and transforms. Got money coming in. You've got nice money coming in. A Virgo enters, and you may be feeling financially stable. There also may be the opportunity to move homes, changing homes, or upgrading your home at some point relatively soon. Kiara, the connection between Leon and C. Sort of stuck. There's a little bit of negativity around the situation. That these two could actually have an argument. There may be a little bit of sharp energy. They could be going through a rough moment right now. Somebody may be feeling like they put in a whole lot of effort and didn't see much of a payoff. And there could be a secret that gets revealed around this situation that comes to light that may be somewhat upsetting. Moon in reverse, the secret gets revealed. I would say these two may be having a hard time, or there's issues that need to be dealt with before their relationship can move forward. All right, that's it for me right now, but I'll be on tonight, probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm going to take him out. This poor guy's been begging, and now he just gave up. He sat down. I'm going to go take him for a walk before she wakes up. I'll see you guys tonight. Thank you all very much for being here. Thank you to the moderators. I'll see you all tonight. Bye-bye.